All right, I'm going to go over this real quick here. This is the general community meeting, April 19th, 2022. On the outreach side, we have the Visionary Summit is just around the corner. It's May 20th. We've got 9 talks. We could use one more. Arvind has indicated that he's interested, so that might be our 10th. I will send out a schedule for when I need to get the recordings done. So Sergio has time to get this stuff set up. And we'll be doing a panel, and Sasha will be looking at organizing a panel. We have nominations for the Ortelius top contributor for CDCon. Utkarsh and Brad McCoy have been nominated. I sent out an email asking for everybody to send me an email, and I've gotten a few. All you need to do is +1 for Utkarsh or Brad. Sergio created a new view and project view in GitHub. I don't remember what this was, but this was from last week or 2 weeks ago. I'll take it out for now. Send an email to Tracy at deployhub.com to vote +1 Brad McCoy or Utkarsh Sharma. Okay. Brad got his presentation done for Valencia, so yay, we're going to have a talk there. I looked at the schedule, and unfortunately, Ortelius didn't get any talks at CDCon. I have Ortelius. We have 2 talks that Brian is doing, but they're on diversity. Ortelius did not get any technical presentations at CDCon. Tracy reported that she complained to the selection committee regarding a lack of Ortelius visibility. We weren't the only ones. Screwdriver got none as well. Screwdriver also did not. We were not the only ones that got forgotten, did not get any presentations. Tecton got 2. Spinnaker got 2. Jenkins got 1, and Shipwright got 1. So they did a very bad job of, in my opinion, of putting this together. I was super, super disappointed, and I wrote a pretty scathing letter saying that they need to figure out who they are if they're going to be on. It would be like going to like a JFrog Swamp Up, and they only have one session on Artifactory, and that's all they did. I mean, the CD Foundation is open source projects, and why wouldn't they want to highlight that? Like there were 2 or 3 talks on telemetry. While it's great to learn telemetry, it shouldn't have more talks in their own project. So we did get for the open source security summit, Tracy's talk on Ortelius did get accepted under the supply chain security con. And that's like what they're doing with the Open Source Security Summit is there's going to be a bunch of open source, a bunch of their foundations will have talks as part of that. We'll have tracks. So we got added to the supply chain security contract. I'm guessing that Steve and I will also attend the open source, Steve and Tracy to attend the Open SSF Day, which is also part of this. I don't know what talks that they have. I've got to reach out to Brian Bellendorf about that. Steve and I are also working on, if we jump down to architecture, Steve and Tracy invited by OpenSSF to work on some of the what they're calling streams for defining how security can be hardened. And we're going to be working on the SBOMs everywhere stream. And basically what that stream is about is what kind of tooling needs to be used to better expose the use of SBOMs. And a lot of it's confidential right now until they get the documents done and they start producing it. So that's all I can really say about it, except that we are working with them, and we've brought up Ortelius as a potential place to centralize SBOM data, since we're already doing that. Since Steve is not here, Utkarsh, is there anything that you want to chat about or give us an update on any of the work that you guys have been doing around this stuff?
Yeah. So, like previous architecture meeting, me, Sasha, and Steve were. So Steve kind of like walk us through like high level picture of what blockchain NFT is, and we like at this point Joseph has committed the code for how to create NFT, and have committed code for how to work on Ledger. So
Okay.
yeah, so currently both the applications are running as a standalone application. We are trying to integrate that as a whole application for calling out the sample POC. That is done. And we would need anyone to work on Libyas.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all, I guess. We were also discussing how to query and how to index or the data that is stored in blockchain. So for that we saw like there are a couple of tools are there. So somebody has to look at those tools as well, like how we can query the data from IPFS data store.
Okay. I know Steve is working on that too. A similar problem with the JFrog guys. Speaking of that, we do have sessions at JFrog for Ortelius, and that is happening in at the end of May. I should add that up here. I think, yeah, and always keep in mind in terms of talks, I hate to bounce around, but I didn't remember, keep your eye open for what they're doing at DevOps Institute. They are always looking for speakers. Okay. And we only have another 2 weeks. I guess the next week is our last long architecture call. I think that they've been working at, I think a lot of people have been, when people do attend, they get some benefit out of it. So I'm wondering if we should think about doing once a month, doing a more in-depth architecture call.
I think it's great. I think it works very well.
So longer, more technical.
Because Ortelius is actually quite when you start scratching beneath the surface, it's quite complicated, right? In terms of how it all fits together and how you fit it into a system. It's one thing seeing it from a high level. Its next thing is like, okay, I want to deploy this now. And what can it do? And how does it integrate? And all these questions start popping up, right?
Yeah.
I love those architecture meetings. those long ones.
Okay.
Like last time, I was just a noob. Really, those guys were Utkarsh and Steve were talking about what was it, the NFTs and using the blockchain. That was just so awesome. It was super interesting.
Yeah, and on that, we have not heard anything. No word yet from Ripple. Judging will start next month.
Okay.
And we're going to pursue the, we're going to look for funding wherever we can find it. OpenSSF, they do have money. The OpenJS project just got $300,000 to do some work on package management. So so we're going to continue working that group and working with Brian Bellendorf to get them to understand what we are doing on the on that supply chain puzzle. And hope that we can get some funding from them as well. So we're going to continue to look for funding at this point.
Okay. Yeah, if I see anything, I'll let you guys know, you and Steve know.
Yes, absolutely.
And if you want me to sign up again for us, I really don't mind. Yeah.
Okay.
So sign up. Yeah.
Right. And I think that covers it, unless there's anything I didn't cover in this call.
Of anything, yeah.
Okay.
Tracy, have you received any communication regarding the t-shirt?
I did. I'm so glad you asked me. I did. I asked him, he said they could do polyester or cotton, and I didn't understand what that meant. So if you could follow up to find out if they can do like any kind of a blend like this. I don't know if did you get a hack? It's like this hackathon t-shirt. It's really comfortable because it's a blend of polyester and cotton. At least in the US, the heavier cotton t-shirts tend to end up being used to clean cars because they're just uncomfortable. So I don't want to spend the money on something that people won't wear. So if you could follow up with him, and I asked him, I said, just give me the price for the more expensive t-shirt and let me know how to, prepay and we can get it going. So the only thing I need is to confirm that it's the t-shirt's not just a polyester t-shirt, which would be totally weird, but it's a cotton polyester nylon blend. And if it's more expensive, that's totally okay. We'll go ahead and cover, if we're looking at 50 t-shirts or 100 t-shirts even, and it's $2 more a t-shirt, we're not going to worry about saving that $200 we can spend to get the better t-shirt. So if you could reach out and let them know that would be great.
Yeah, I think like the person has excluded me from the mail. So if you can share me the mail, so that would be great.
Hi. Okay. I will go look for it. What do you remember his name?
It's Further Clothing. FARTH, I guess.
Farda Clothing, right?
Yeah.
And I'll make sure that when I do this in the future, I'll look to see if your name's on here. Oops.
And they were also telling they would not be able to provide the jackets. So for the jackets,
that's fine. We can go back to Siddharth's, and I asked Siddharth's person to go ahead and give me an invoice for the jackets. So don't worry about the jackets. You just worry about the t-shirts.
Yep.
Okay, I just sent you the last discussion I had with them, which was last week, April 12th. I said, yes, cotton polyester blend can be done as well. The price will change. And I said, that would be great. Let me know the price change. So all we have to do is ping them and say, could you get us a price change and tell us how to do the invoice? And then I will send him all of the images that I've already done for the t-shirts. In fact, let me just do that now. Maybe that will remind him. Just looking for the price change and invoice for the Ortelius t-shirts. And I'm going to put you on this too, Utkarsh. So And I think that's all we just, I just have to say, he just got to say, yes, here's what the blend is, and this is what the cost is, and we're ready to go. Attached are the logos for the t-shirts. Attached is, I cannot speak English. I swear to God, I can't. They had a guy, we have a TV show or like a program on Sunday mornings called CBS Sunday Morning, and they cover interesting people. And they had a person on there who was probably autistic, and he spoke 40 languages fluently.
Oh, wow. That's insane.
It's
40
insane.
languages.
40
languages.
fluently.
Like,
Not just like a little bit, but he could have full-on fluent conversations with people.
40 languages. That's incredible.
It's incredible.
I think Steve is speaking more than 40 languages there when it comes to coding, though.
Yeah, he can. He can.
Steve's
He
also on
can.
that spectrum. Must tell him from
Yes.
interesting people, he should be on CBS. Steve, please speak Python. Okay. Speak C#.
He can. It's hilarious because he can.
Exactly, because he can. It's insane.
It is. That's why we
It
used
blows
to,
me away.
it's just why we call him the big giant head, because
Exactly.
or I used to call him, I think it was F5. So in the mainframe world, if you need help, there's like F1. It's either F1 or F5 for help.
Yeah.
So I used to call him, it's F1. I used to call him F1 because anybody who needed an answer to something, he just asked Steve. You didn't need to hit F1.
Steve key. Everyone needs a Steve key. I need one every day.
I do too. Believe me,
I also
do
need
too.
one. Every time he speaks, I'm like, how does this man know so much? It's insane.
I think the same thing. It's like, how did you?
Incredible.
Yeah. Thank goodness we have him, right?
Yeah. That's why those architecture meetings for me are so special. Ask Utkarsh. Hey, Utkarsh, he's amazing, eh?
Yeah.
Well, we'll bug him to keep it up then. Oh, and the other thing, Utkarsh, those I'm going to put the t-shirts should be black. And I think you listed everything.
Yeah, I kind of drafted everything that I had.
Okay. And I'm going to make sure I'm putting the right t-shirt image out here. It's the
I would like a
Ortelius.
t-shirt with a keyboard button with Steve's name on it, a Steve key.
Ah,
It'll say Steve key.
I just need to take a picture of a keyboard in my Photoshop where it just says Steve.
Yeah, just take the F1 out and put Steve key there. It's like a direct link to his Discord or something. Oh, so funny.
Now you
I'd wear
understand
that
why I
shirt.
love him so much. I fell in love with his mind. There's no doubt.
Jeepers.
Okay, that takes care of it for us. I'm going to go ahead and stop.